Para los que están, empiecen a entrar a lo que es el Teacher Requirements, que está del lado izquierdo, es el primer opción que tienen. Después de las fotos, y se empieza a ver que hay bastantes fotos, y después de eso del lado izquierdo está en colores azul Teacher Requirements. Okay, so please enter there. Cambiamos a inglés. Let's start English talking. Enter in Teacher Requirements and check the requirements. Right there, I'm going to solve your problems. So as you can see in teacher requirements, there you have the personal qualifications and then you have the technical requirements. Excuse me about my rooster. As you can see, the teacher requirements have you need personal qualifications, you need the T212 certification, uh, or willingness to obtain certification with the probation period is required. So the probation period is when you start giving classes in the company. Right now, I am in the probation period. I'm a newbie. I've been there just a month since I started my recruitment process. And the probation period it lasts 3 months. In that period, you need to have 100 sessions given to the students, and you need to have the certification or do your certification and acquire it within that period. And they actually provide you the place where you can do it, and it's half the price or it's less than the public in general. A friend that is already there working longer than I've been has been working there for since March, I think, and he is currently doing his excuse me, he's currently doing that. Okay. As I told you, you need to do in there your certification. It's half the price, and then you will be advancing in other levels where you can earn a little bit more. I'm going to talk about the how much you can earn a little bit later. Right now, you have a university degree or previous ESL teaching experience. So right here, you don't need an university degree to work with them. Maybe if you don't have the degree, at least have an ESL teaching experience or any experience, and maybe just be honest with them, with the recruiter especially, because I'm not your recruiter. Okay, you're going to have a recruiter. And you are going to tell them that maybe you don't have the experience or you don't have the university degree, but you feel you have the talent and you have the wishes to learn their method, in this case, of how they teach, what materials they use. In this case, they use basically slides, okay? So you don't have to make any material. They provide it with you. That's the advantage for newbies, for people that don't have any experience at all, but want to do this, want to start this experience. Maybe they will give you the possibility. Uh, I'm not sure what's the specific case there, but you can at least try. And the best thing you can do is be honest about it. And you will have you will have a class where you will try. You will give a model. How do I say? It's a proof class. You're going to prepare a class about 10 minutes. They're going to provide you the material and the slides that you're going to work with. And you're going to give the class to your recruiter in this case. And the recruiter is going to check if your talent and if your presentation during the class is good enough for their platform and in the end for their company. It's just 10 minutes that will make you give the best of you, and you will have in the end, they will say yes according to the class you're going to show them. Just a 10 minutes sample class you're going to give. So if you don't have the experience, I think that's a good way that you can show them that even if you don't have the experience and if you don't have any university degree and you don't have a certification still, you can start teaching with them because you have the talent. You have the natural ability to work with them and with their platform and eventually teach. But at least you should have the knowledge in English. In this case, I'm not saying only speak in English, also the grammar knowledge, because I know that when I came from the USA, I didn't know any grammar tense that we present when we are teaching, right? I didn't know what was the present tense, simple past. Or I didn't know any of that. I just know there were existed verbs in past, verbs in present, verbs in the future, the expressions. But I didn't know the names and how to teach them. So of course, I started to learn while teaching, but I did it while teaching. Okay, so if you don't have the experience, you can start learning by teaching, but of course, you're going to have to prepare a little bit more before your classes. So when you give your classes, you're gonna have know how to explain the grammar point, which in general, what the type of students that you have here are students that already have a previous knowledge in English, and basically they have all the theory knowledge of the language. This platform, a lot of students use it to have a better speaking performance or to improve their speaking. But you're not going to have to teach a lot because they already know. It's just more like a review. And you will see in the slides when you give those sessions that they are pretty easy. And you would say, oh, maybe there's a student that won't know anything. They know at least a little, and the slides are more like a review, and the slides actually focus a little bit more on the speaking aspect of the language. Okay, any questions right now? I'm not looking right now at the chat because I'm trying to make make other participants come in session. uh, okay, so let me check if you have any questions right now. So let's see. Okay, so Julio says you're still studying system engineer, but I will obtain the certification. If it's the TESOL and if you have already the school, it's fine. They basically want the result, which is the certification. So if you're going to do it in another school, it's fine. But I suggest that if you're still not doing it, you should wait until you're already in the school and you're going to start giving classes with them, and do the certification in the online web page they will provide you, where it's cheaper. My friend told me that basically it's 50 something dollars to get your TESOL certification, so it's pretty cheap. uh, I'm still studying system engineer, but I will obtain certification. Yes. So in your case, it took you 3 months until you got hired. No, actually, no. I'm going to talk about my case. I didn't. I passed everything. I passed the little exam that you have in the beginning to check the grammar knowledge, and later what happened is that I passed also the sample class, 10 minutes, and I was good to go. And they told me, okay, yes, you're ready to give classes with us. Now you're going to have the IT test. What's the IT test? Is checking your computer and your hardware, basically, your software, I'm sorry, your software, basically. And what happened is that I did it in my laptop, which is very old, and it didn't have the hardware requirements. So if you go and check the requirements in the page, you have technical requirements. It says Windows Intel Core 2 Duo Pentium G series or above CPU. Uh, and well, you see all the details. It says no netbook or no tablet. You cannot give classes in a netbook or a tablet. It has to be hardware and software with the minimum capacity that they are asking here. And I think it's pretty low. It's a pretty low capacity as to other. You can acquire a computer if you don't have it, or you can change the parts of your equipment to, as I did actually. I bought the pieces that needed to have um this capacity, my computer. Then RAM 2 GB or more. So there you go. You also need that. So you need to focus on that. Windows 7 or 8 or the latest service packs. In this case, I have Windows 10 already. Internet Explorer. You can also use Chrome. I generally start my sessions in Chrome, and everything is done in Google Chrome. But Internet Explorer is an option. I think right now it's not already called Internet Explorer. It's Edge, Microsoft Edge. It changed the name of the Explorer that comes with the Windows. And then the other thing, I think Mac, you can use Mac, but that's for the Mac, the people that love Mac. I don't know how to use it, so. But a MacBook, if you have a MacBook, you're good to go to start teaching, and you will not have any problems with your hardware. Now, I had the problems because I didn't have it, and I didn't have the money to invest on my equipment. So I started on May the process, and it had stopped because I didn't have the equipment. I didn't pass the IT because of that. So I had to wait until November. So from May that I started until November, I started working just in November. Yes. Okay. And they waited for me. What happened is that when I had the equipment already, uh, I sent an email to my recruiter that was attending me, and she said, "Great, okay, so let's have the IT test again." And I did the IT test again, and my software of my PC passed. It was good to go. But what happened is that my internet had packet loss. So in this case, what happened is that I had to fix that with my internet company that provides me the internet. In this case, I have the Mega Cable. I don't know what service you have in where you come from, but it must be. I have the service that has the internet, the TV cable, and the telephone service, right? Right now, they are giving more. Is it gigabytes? In this case, I have 20 megabytes. Is it like? Do we say that megabytes or gigabytes? I'm not sure how to use that. Or 50, you can also do. But I have right here right now the 20 hired. It's actually pretty cheap. So if you have Telmex, I'm not sure how much they can provide you, but the more, the better. Yes. Julio says, okay, so I will receive the material, or what is next? You are going to receive the material once you start teaching, but it's going to be once you are in the session. Okay, so when you start session, they give you your passport and they send you the link of the platform where we will be in contact with the school all the time, and you will enter to your sessions through their platform. That's when you're gonna get the material, but you're not gonna get it on your Gmail or your email in general. It's going to be all in the platform. Okay, the only thing you receive with them is the any requirement they have for you. Maybe if they need teachers, and if you have the time to take those classes for those periods, well, you answer back and you said, yes, I will schedule those classes. I have time. I can do it. But it's up to you, because sometimes they will be send you emails that they need teachers. In here Mexico, it would be 4 in the morning, or 3 in the morning, or 5 in the morning, right? Because it's the other part of the world. So it's up to you. Right now I'm just teaching until 10 or 11 p.m. and that's it for me. Even though if I sleep later with doing anything else, really I don't want to do the teaching very late because I don't think I would give my best to my students if I feel tired and if I reflect that. Uh, with them. And that's one of the requirements they ask you when you teach. You always have to have a smile on your face. You have to be very motivated. If students don't perceive you in a good mood, then that's going to reflect also in your ratings. You get rated as a teacher, and the ratings are going to depend on how much you get paid, meaning that you will have bonuses if you have good ratings, or you will have half the payment of that session because you had a pretty bad rating from all the students. So you have to gain the students. You have to be optimistic. You have to have all the positive things while teaching in those 45 minutes. I'll be speaking a little bit more specifically with the minutes, the ratings, and all that. Let me check the other questions. How do you teach online class? What sources can you use? I'm currently just teaching through this platform, but at the end, I'm going to give you a link of an article that a person wrote that actually I found through my journey of looking at the online teaching job. I've been looking for this and now I have it. And that article has a list of a lot of schools around the world, a lot of companies around the world offering online English teaching. And actually, there are very good payments if you are American or if you live in the USA in this case, or in Canada. Those schools, I find that are the schools that pay more. They are paying the teachers the double of what I'm receiving right now. But still, for me, what I'm receiving right now is pretty good. If we change it to pesos, because living in Mexico, well, if you receive dollars and change it to pesos, it's pretty good money. Okay, so yeah, I see. You are not going, you say BPL people, you cannot meet my recruiter. No. When you start the process, you pass your little exam. You're going to do a little grammar exam or something to check your knowledge. You are not going to meet my recruiter. There are a lot of recruiters. So when you follow the steps, a recruiter is going to contact you through your email, the email that you're going to provide them. Okay, so you're going to receive email, and that's when your process will start, when you start receiving those emails and you follow the instructions of the emails. Okay, so if you follow the instructions of the emails, you're in contact with your recruiter all the time. Okay, then after doing the demo class or the sample class, you will be hearing your recruiter, but you are never going to see your students and you are never going to see your recruiter. The only person that sees you are your students and the staff of the company that is getting in contact with you. Okay. Anyway, if you have to go, I will give in the future a little bit more information, or if you have any questions, and I will try to take my time to answer your questions through the Gmail that you sent me. Now, payment, you say, so depending on the rating is your payment. No, you have, they're going to tell you when you get your contract, you're going to have a payment base. Right now, what I'm receiving is $6 for 45 minutes, right? So if we change it to Mexican pesos, I'm receiving a little bit more than 100 pesos for 45 minutes. So basically, from all my life experience, I haven't had that payment for 45 minutes. I have had the half of it, right? So it's pretty good money. For me, it's to start with, it's good. And but my friend that is American, he says he's receiving seven something dollars, so it's about almost $8 he's receiving for 45 minutes. But it's because he's American. He has a degree in something. I'm not sure what, but it's not in teaching English. But he has a degree, and he also has a teacher's diploma. But for them, a teacher's diploma that you do in Mexico is not enough. You have to have the certification from the TESOL, or in this case, I think TKT can be possible. I'm trying to arrange that with them because I also did the TKT a year ago, and I'm telling them, well, it's the same thing. It's just from a different source, right? Okay, let me check other questions. So okay, so if you are American, you probably will be getting $8. Uh, if you live in the USA, I think it could be the better payment because obviously right there, if you receive in dollars, you're spending your money in dollars. So they consider those things. They also consider that you have a degree in ESL teaching. In this case, enseñanza del inglés, licenciatura en enseñanza del inglés, they also consider that, I think, with the payment. I don't have that. I don't have any degree at all. I only have the teacher's diploma. I didn't finish my university, so I don't have a degree. And I have the TKT certification. So with those things, I only receive $6 for now, but I can improve when the longer I stay with them and the more I advance in the ways they need support, because there are other ways you can teach. My friend tells me that there are 15 minutes of sessions where you get a lot more than what I am getting right now, and it could be your case also that you will be receiving $6. I'm not sure if they would offer you less, and you would have to learn for what reasons. I think you should ask your recruiter if they offer you less than $6, but for what I know, that's the minimum that you could be receiving. Okay, so let me check what is the name of the company or school. I provided the web page, Artemisa. Let me put it one more time for you. Okay, and please check it. The name of the company is Tutor ABC. So right now I'm doing this video conference. They didn't ask me to do anything of this, and I'm not getting paid. I'm going to explain right now in a moment why I am doing it, even though I'm not getting paid. Okay. So the name of the company is Tutor ABC, Julio. Well, that's good. Artemisa, you said you have a degree. Maybe that will improve your payment. It could. But I'm not sure if the payment depends on you being an American citizen and where you live also. Okay? And let me see. Now, why am I doing this? I'm going to the point. Why am I doing this even though they didn't ask me to and I'm not getting any payment? Because there are also bonuses for recommending people to enter. Now, if you think the information that I'm providing you is valuable and you feel grateful for what I'm doing right now, that you're acquiring and you're getting this knowledge to get this job opportunity, if you think I deserve that bonus, you can give them my name once you are in. I'm not going to get the bonus just because you started the recruitment process. I'm going to get a bonus until you pass the probation period, which is the 3 months when you start giving the sessions. Okay? My friend right now, that he was the one that recommended me this school, and thanks to him, I have the job after being almost a year unemployed. I gave the name, but they say that they cannot receive the bonus. He cannot receive the bonus until I pass the probation period, where it's going to they are going to decide that yes, I can continue working with them and everything is okay, and I can continue to advance my career with them. So you can start the process. You can work through during the probation period, and if you don't like it, or if they think that your ways are not good for their company, then I'm not going to get anything. I mean, I'm basically not earning anything right now, but if you think I deserve it and if you feel grateful, go ahead and you can give them my name. And of course, I recommend that if you have that situation, take me as an example and start inviting your friends or your Facebook or going to platforms or group pages like I did to get a bonus. But in general, I'm doing this because I also had the idea to do this for right here in Mexico. I'm very altruistic, so if people get this information, it changes their life and it improves their economy, and in general a lot of things improve, then that's good enough for me. It's up to you if you think I deserve that bonus. um, the bonus, let me tell you how much the bonus, so you can see the bonus for a person that answers from your recommendation is $100 per person. Yes, or it could be more if three people enter at the same time and say, I'm in, and during that probation period, there are three people, I think it's $500 you're getting, something like that. But the information is there. Once you start giving the sessions, it's there. It's not a big science. Now, why I did this announcement is because, well, in this case, I think it's better for everyone to start checking the page. And I know there are a lot of people that still don't know that there's an option to teach English. Have 10 years of experience, and this is the best thing that has ever happened to me. It has changed my life in many aspects, and I'm saving money. I'm going to save money. I don't have to waste money of my payment to go out and travel. Already told you in the announcement, and yes, it's true. I'm here. I have 10 minutes, and okay, in 10 minutes I give class. Go sit down. If I'm a mess, I pull my hair up, a little lipstick, a little mascara if necessary, and there I'm good to go. And actually, in the platform, you don't see your face. Your face is not very like clear. So they don't even see if you have any imperfections, or if you don't have your mascara as a woman in this case, or if you have little hairs coming out of your hair. They don't see that because it's not very clear. The image is not very clear. So as a woman, it's an advantage. Right now, I just have this, but I can be in my pajamas right now. I have a pants, and there's no problem. So you don't have to worry a lot to look fabulous to teach class. You can be doing things in your house, and if you have in 10 minutes you need to give class, you just do a little pull up and everything, and you're good to go. Now, for men, it is a little bit different. You need to use a shirt and a tie. So actually, these things right now, things changes for men because men have to look a little bit more presentable with the tie and the shirt. But for women, it's not required to use any of that. It's only required to right here from here up look good. Use a blouse or use a t-shirt with a sweater or a suit, and you're good to go as a woman. So right here, I think in this case, as a working experience for women, it has a lot of advantages because you know that in other places, schools ask us for a lot of things, even wear makeup. I had a school that told me, hey, if you don't wear makeup, you cannot work for us. So yeah. So for me, it was a big deal. It has changed my life completely. Let me check this link you give me. There's information about. I don't understand your question, Julio. It's the information about the school. It's if that's what you're saying. Now, as if you go again to the link, you have apply now, and that's the first start that you need to do. Get started. There you go. You have a link. Get started. You click apply now, and then you get started and you start your recruitment process. Right there, you have the details of what your process will consist. And after passing all of these, the recruiter will contact you. Of course, if you passed the grammar exam, it's a small grammar exam. So you need to check a lot your time and your schedules to have, I'm going to have this hour to make the exam because you cannot stop, okay? So yes, you have to have a lot of ability to move around and have a lot of curiosity to move around and check the web page and eventually check the platform. But basically, if you don't have that ability to move around and check things, then it will be very difficult process for you. Okay. Any other questions so far? I think I'm covering many of the things. If you have any other questions, let me know. There's asking, there's a calendar of something? Yes, there is a calendar. Once they told you you pass the IT, you pass every process of the recruitment, they say you're good to go. Then there you're going to receive the calendar to check which hours you want to schedule. You have to have a base hour, a base schedule to with them. So in this case, I scheduled 2 hours in the afternoon during the week, and for Fridays, Saturdays, and Sunday, I scheduled 3 hours. In this case, I took 1 hour, then I rest another hour, and then I take the next hour. Okay, I recommend you do that for the beginning, but if you can do 2 hours in a row, 2 hours, rest 1 hour, and then another 2 hours, however you decide. But right now, your base hours have to sum 200 points. And the schedule that they're going to send you, the calendar schedule they're going to send you, has marked which hours have more value in points. So you schedule uh, your base schedule, right? So right now, what I told you, if I want to add more hours, I have, for example, I start my first class for 30. I put on my base hour to rest 2 hours, and then I have another class at 7:30. And if I want to add more hours, because I can add more hours, I can, but my base hour has to be that. Now, when you have your base hour, if you need a day off, for example, you have to have at least three 3 days before to tell them that you're going to miss that day, and they are going to give you that day. Right now, I asked for permission to have the days off for the 31st, first, and the second, and then I come back on the third to give classes in the afternoon. So they give me those hours. I just have to tell them. And in this case, for holidays, it was in 1 week advance that I had to ask for the permission. So with your base hours, you have to do that. I didn't ask for any day off in my base hours. I have to work every day because that's my decision for now. But if you want to rest at least a day, well, don't schedule in your base hour with your recruiter, because that's going to be done with your recruiter. Don't schedule that. For example, you want to rest Monday, don't schedule Monday. And I suggest Monday because they always need more help on the weekend. So starting from Friday for them is Saturday. Saturday for us, for them is Sunday. So they need a lot of help in those times. Any other questions? Let me check. No tax declaration right here, tax declaration, but they are going to take you a fee of the tax they manage, in this case Taiwan, because the school is from Taiwan, China. So they are going to manage, but it's not a big deal. Let me give you an example. Right here, I don't remember well how much they take. But for example, you do the math. My friend told me he earned $1,580 the past month. So that's about 25,000 pesos, right? But with the taxes and then the transference, the bank transference or the PayPal transference, because you can manage a PayPal account, and if you have one, I recommend it. well, they're going to have fees with those transference, and obviously you're going to receive less. So from the 25,000 pesos he could have received, he might have received 21,000 or 22,000 pesos in that month in total, right? But that's because of the transfers and the small fees they have from their tax over there. But you don't have to make any declaration here in Mexico, for what I know. Um, you need to pass the exam, and once you pass the exam, your recruiter will start getting in contact with you through the Gmail. All that process is going to be the Gmail. You just have to follow instructions. Once they start contacting you through the Gmail, once you started this little exam you're going to have, they're going to be in contact with you through the Gmail, and that's when it starts. You just have to follow instructions and check the links that they are going to provide you to enter to the platform, and so on, so on. Uh, all this process is going to be with them. I'm just providing you with the information. It says there has been one question that hasn't been asked. How does the payment work? So they pay you through. It could be PayPal or a bank transference account that you have here in Mexico. You could have Banamex, Banorte, I don't know. You're gonna give them once you're in your bank account number, and they're going to transfer your money there. It depends. You can change it. You can change it. For right now, I chose to get paid by my PayPal account because I'm not working a lot of hours. Why? Because I don't know why they have this thing that they get extra tax if they make the bank transfer, and if you get paid less than $500. So I didn't want to risk my my money for that for receiving less than $500 this month. So I chose PayPal because there's no extra fee that they are going to charge me for making a transference to the PayPal. But obviously PayPal does have a fees from tax fees to then transfer your money from PayPal to your bank account. If you know how to manage PayPal, then you know what I'm talking about. But if you don't know how to manage PayPal, I suggest just give your bank account where you want to receive your payment each month. The payment is each month, and that's another thing I have to make clear. Okay, every month. The payment is every month. It says I don't have Gmail. I'm just have it doesn't have to be Gmail. To be with them, it doesn't have to be Gmail. It could be any email. But you have to make sure that you do receive the email. Sometimes it could go to the unwanted email section. I forgot how do you call them, the trash or whatever. So you need to check those sections to see if you receive the first email from them that will start your recruitment process, okay? When I did the exam, it was a period of no more than 2 weeks where I received the email that I was in. I can start the recruitment process with them. So you're going to have to wait once you do this little exam and all that. You follow the steps of the page. You are going to you will be receiving the email during a week or no more than 2. Okay, so you have to be constantly checking if you're going to receive the email, or it could be less. It depends, because sometimes they don't have a lot of work to do. Sometimes they do. Okay, so the time varies. The time varies, but once you receive that email that you're in, you start a recruitment process. There you go. You're in. Any other questions? Let me check more questions. Okay. The students are generally, there is a question about the students. The students are generally teenagers and adults. You're not going to deal with kids at all. So that's another advantage. I think it is, because I think it's a little bit less demanding I don't know. I feel like that. Kids are wonderful. I love working also with kids, especially if it's elementary because they are very cute. They are very loving, but you have to deal a lot of things with the kids. You have to be almost their mama. So in this case with adults, no, you just provide them with the knowledge and that's it. Okay, you just have to do that. And also teenagers are very good. Uh, in their they are very serious about their learning, about taking advantage of those 45 minutes. They are very serious about that. Okay, so you wouldn't have any problem. So right here, what depends a lot is your attitude. If they perceive you with a good attitude and they acquire the knowledge and they like how you give your class, you're going to have excellent ratings. Let me specify the things about the little bonuses that you get from the ratings each month. If you get a 10, you get $1 for every 10 you get. So you get, I don't know, 5 10s, you're going to receive $5 extra on that payment. If you get a 9, it's 75 cents for students that give you a 9. If you get an 8, it's 50 cents of $1 that you're going to be receiving for each student that gives you an 8. So that's a little bonus that you get each month according to the ratings you have in that period. Uh, and if you get 7, I think you don't get any, nor 6, you don't get anything, no bonus. But if you get a 5 and down, you're gonna get half the payment. In this case, if I get paid $6 per session, I'm going to be receiving 3 because the student gave me a 5. Now, is if the rating is unfair because you did your job well, you can let them know through an email that you don't agree with the 5 because of these reasons, and you have to be very clear why you consider you didn't deserve that 5. And the video, the session is recorded. They are going to check the session that you gave, and they are eventually going to prove that you are right, that you didn't deserve that 5, and they take it away. During this month that I've been teaching, I have received 3 5s. Okay, I just received a 5, but the 5s I received, the 2 5s I received before, they were unfair. I made them clear why. I think they checked my session and they saw that yes, I didn't deserve those 5s. And I actually had a 6 in the first week I started giving the session. But and I had good comments, but this girl gave me a 6. So I told them, and they started to check, and now they took that 6 and those 5s away. Actually, that was my Christmas surprise when I started working again after asking for the 24th and 25th. I come back on the 26th to give my sessions, and I check my progress report with the ratings that students have given me, and I didn't have those 5 and not even the 6 that a student had given me. So they would pay me my classes, my sessions complete with, and then the bonus also. So let me check. No transmission. You cannot give the classes in a tablet, in a Mac, in a, what does it say, notebook, and especially not in a cell phone. You cannot give the classes like that, okay? That has to be very clear. And let me check. Yes, this thing will be available for watching. If you want to share the video, you can share it. If you have friends or someone that you think could have a good experience with this job, or you can share the video. But if you want to wait until it's your turn and you can start checking if you can get those bonuses, well, don't share it. It's going to be your bonus from the people that you're going to recommend to work here in this school. I think I didn't introduce myself. My name is Michelle Judith Lopez Mejia. You can call me Michelle. Okay. Do you enjoy this job? The students are very friendly. They are very understanding because sometimes you can have issues with technical issues. In this case, that the transmission is not good, and not because of you, because you have to check all that before starting teaching, that you're going to have good internet and that your computer is well, and that's going to happen when you pass the IT test. Okay, if you have any packet loss, you have to solve it before starting teaching, or they won't let you schedule classes and start teaching. So the little problems that you get during the class, like some noise or some buzz in the sound, or it's from them, it's from their internet service. Some they as students can take the class in their smartphones, so sometimes for them they have issues because they lost the Wi-Fi connection. So they, in the process of recruitment, you're going to be receiving, they're going to tell you where to go, where you're going to check videos such as the one I'm giving, but in this case they are teaching you how to use the platform in when you give the sessions. So the platform is, let me explain, it's your face is going to be on the corner, on the, let's say, left corner and the upper part. That's where your face is going to be a little window, such as right now that I'm seeing you right here. And the other, it's going to be like a little column, and the rest is the presentation of the slides. Okay, so that's how the platform works, with your face there and the presentation of the slides. It's more or less like that. Students are well understanding, and yes, I enjoy this job. This has been a life-changing thing that has happened. I am making a lot of plans with the money I'm going to earn, because I'm basically going to earn double of what I earned working those 10 years that I've been working in schools here in Mexico. I'm going to be earning double of it, and I can earn the same. Like, let me give you an example. If I was receiving 10,000 pesos a month, I can earn that for just half the time that I would work in those schools. If I had the complete time in those schools from 8 hours and just received 10,000 pesos or less a month, I'm going to be receiving that for only half the working time, for only 4 hours a day. So yes, I'm pretty happy about it. It's life-changing, as I repeat, in a lot of ways. How many students do you have per session? The maximum I have had right now are 6, and I have not seen scheduled more students, 7 or 8. No, 6. What it does require a little bit of your time after the session is to fill the progress report of each student, where they give you the outstanding, excellent, great, good, and fair. So according to their performance, you're gonna say, okay, he was astounding in this, you give them here, or he was good only in pronunciation, and so on. So on some skills, you're gonna put that, and then you're gonna give a little feedback that has to have 15 words in it. But you could have less. It's right there. It says at least 50 words, but no, you could do a little bit less. You just have to have a little feedback for each student. So that could take 20 more minutes of your time. If you have 6 students, in this case, yeah, it depends also how fast you are typing. So it depends a lot on your skills also. But it could be 10 minutes, 5 minutes, or less. If you have one student, well, of course, you would take no more than 5 minutes, right? Uh, it says, do you have Facebook account or just for email? I don't understand, Julio. Your question, do I get in contact with students through Facebook? No, that's another thing. You cannot be in contact with your students outside the platform. Remember that the session that you give to them is going to be recorded all the time. So the staff can see it, and if you provide them any information to contact you outside, because in this case they are risking that you're going to take their client away if you do. if you start offering cheaper, in this case, a class in Google Hangout, for example, you're going to be out, no more working there. So no, you cannot be in contact with the students outside. Now you have situations where the students want to know where do you come from, and some would be flirting with you. I have had experience where some students are flirting and they ask you, oh, you can come to Taiwan anytime, and what's your Gmail? Say, okay, thank you so much. You have to be very kind, and don't don't show your discomfort. Just be kind. Thank you so much for your offer. If I ever go to Taiwan, I will ask tutor ABC for your number, and that's it. They understand because they know that they cannot be in contact with the teacher. But I've seen that some, I received an email recently from tutors saying that this goes to everyone. It's not like they know that you're doing something wrong or they're confusing with you. But they said, we have noticed that teachers have been getting in contact with students outside of the platform, and they have students on Facebook. So what they do is say, okay, you're going to be out because I don't know, they check you. They check your profile through the media. They check maybe you have social medias and which social medias you are using, and if you have any student and you're getting in contact with them through those social medias. So you have to be very careful with that. Okay. It says, my final question, because of time, has to be, is there evaluations or tests you apply to the students? Right now, in the stage I am in, no, I'm not giving any evaluation. I'm just giving those sessions, those 45-minute sessions. And no, I don't have to worry about that right now. My friend that is already working there more time says that he's starting to get into the stage where he has to evaluate the student, and I think it's a 15-minute evaluation. And yes, he gets paid more for those sessions of evaluation. So once you are prepared and they say that you are prepared, you're going to go to that step. You can advance in that school, and you can improve your payment through your advancement of it. So yeah, you don't have to worry right now. Right now you're gonna relax, you're gonna give classes, and you're gonna earn money. That's it. Okay, I'm glad you like the opportunity, Artemisa, and I wish you luck. And everyone, I wish you luck if you take this opportunity. Go ahead, it's life-changing. And spread the word. Spread the word to anyone that you think it will work. And well, I think it's a good opportunity for us as Latin American teachers if we have already the knowledge of the language. And basically, yes, this is a better job opportunity than other schools that are out there giving, offering jobs. Then share it. I think it's, as a culture, we are hardworking, and we can work the same amount or time or even better than maybe an American and person, that, and maybe he's going to get paid more, but they really appreciate and check that if you are a hard worker, you're going to advance in that school. So if you can spread the word for that, I think it's good. We should let's say, help each other as compatriotas. You can do the exam anytime you feel prepared. And actually, if you check the details of the page, they tell you you have to have this period of time, like an hour. You have to have the time. So whenever you're ready to start the exam and eventually go through the recruitment process, yes, it's anytime you want. You already have the page. Just spread the word of the page if you can to anyone that you think that could take this opportunity. Do you get paid when you are in probation? Yes, I get paid when I'm in probation. I'm going to receive my first payment on the 10th of January. I think that's for everyone. They get paid on the 10th of every month. But they consider the hours that you give only through the 25th. Okay? So in this case, they only consider my first payment only through the 25th of December. I get paid on the 10th. But the hours I start to give on the 26th obviously are going to be considered on the 10th of February payment I will get. Yes. Okay, the Jojo says, why am I doing this hangout? What's in it for you? As I said, I'm a very altruistic person and I'm actually in the idea of using this Casa Cultural channel and account as a YouTube account where I will provide in the future my own videos with classes and material. But the Hangout, I thought it was a good idea right now because you have the opportunity once you're in to acquire bonuses for the recommendation of people like you. If you enter and you are satisfied with the information I provided you, you are going to you can tell them my name, give them my name. Teacher Michelle Lopez told me about this job, and I think she deserves the bonus. Yeah, but it's up to you if I get that bonus. That's the only thing I get out of this. I'm not getting paid for this. They don't even know I'm doing this kind of thing. They just told us that if we could do any support them with anything that will let them have the more teachers apply for the job, because imagine it's Asia. They're not giving classes only to China or to Taiwan. Generally Asia they are giving the classes to. Asia is overpopulated. There are countries that are overpopulated, such as China, and China being the biggest country. So of course they are lacking teachers. And of course, they have a lot of demanding students. I'm not sure how they manage the fees for the students there. But for what I've heard from the students, they have a they are rich, basically. So, yeah, it's a good business for them. And that's why you have a lot of benefits, I think, because it's a success for them. In China, this is the biggest school. Online school that is providing this. There are all other schools. Oh, okay. Now I'm remembering that I'm going to give you the article where you can check other schools. Okay. That in this article that I found, there are other schools that provide this service and they offer you a little bit more or a little bit less or the same as the base payment that right now in this case I'm receiving 6. It's a pretty cool article. This person, well, why did he do this? Because he wanted to also. It's very altruistic of him to have done all this research and provide the list of all the companies, and for the list is managed in for each country. For example, you have a list for North American companies giving online teaching, British companies, Russian companies. So I'm going to put the link right now for you. I'll provide you with the link and you can check it out. And if you see there's a better option than entering a tutor ABC, the school I'm working for right now, then go ahead and take it. Especially if you have Canadian, British, or American, you're an American citizen, you will have a better job opportunity probably in these schools. These schools are paying double or more. I've seen some schools that are paying $15 per hour or even $20 per hour. But in that case, you're not using a platform and probably you're going to be preparing your lessons. But of course, for that amount of job of preparing your lessons, well, you get paid more, right? Right here, that's, I mean, I cannot be asking right now for more because it's pretty easy. I don't have to prepare my classes. So for me, it's good money right now. This is the link. I'll provide it on YouTube and I'll provide it right now for you who are live with me. So this is the article of this person that has the list. check it out. If that's a better option for you, go ahead. And well, why am I doing this? Because I also believe in karma. For good deeds, I think I'm going to receive good deeds in life. So if you believe in that, go ahead and spread the word to all your compatriotas. Okay. If I start now, I have to wait 3 months to see if I get to teach or not. No, you don't have to wait 3 months. You just have to wait. If you have a good computer, if you pass the exam, if you pass your sample class, I bet you're gonna start giving your sessions on the probation period, uh, maybe in less than a month. So if you start right now, I bet you're gonna be starting working by January, the end of January, more or less, if you have everything in order. As I told you, I didn't have it. I started on May, but didn't have the equipment. So uh, uh, until I had it, that it was recently in November, I could start working. But it's basically once you start the recruitment process, once you receive that email, it's about 2 or 3 weeks where you will start working if you pass it all smoothly. So no, you don't have to wait 3 months. The probation period lasts 3 months. Once you start giving your first session, that's where your probation period starts. They're going to be checking your sessions because the sessions are recorded. So yeah, they're going to check if you are a good teacher to their students because they're not going to risk to keep a teacher where students are not satisfied. And basically, they refer to their students as clients, as their customers. So yeah, for them, it's really important to keep their customers satisfied. Another thing I want to mention is that this is a job that if you want to risk to have to only have, it's great. I'm just doing this job right now, and I'm not working in any other school, and I am getting. I think I'm gonna be doing great economically and with time managing. So if you want to do this job only to focus on it and not work for another school, it's a good thing. But I recommend you do it once you pass the probation period because then you would have more opportunities. Now, certifications, remember the only certification that they are going to ask you for will be the TESOL certification where they will provide you the web page where you can do the course and get your certification online, and it's pretty cheap actually for you as working as a tutor ABC teacher. You can do the same thing as I'm doing. There's a question right here that if there I can do the yes, you can do the same thing I'm doing right now. They didn't ask me to do it. It was my decision. I organized this. And if you think I deserve that bonus once you're in Tutor ABC and you pass your probation period, uh, let them know my name. But if you think I don't deserve it, don't give them my name. Nothing happens. You don't owe me anything. Okay? Um, and you can do this also, but once you are in, you start giving your sessions. The probation period, you will get the certificate. You have to get your certificate during the probation period once you start giving your first session, okay? So you need to start getting your course or whatever in the online page and acquire your certificate. That's it for me. I think that's all the information I can provide you right now. I hope you have a great day, and I hope this information works for you and you take this opportunity. And good luck if you start starting the recruiting process. You can watch this video in right here in this page, which is the channel of in YouTube is look for it as Casa Cultural. Subscribe because I'm going to be uploading more videos in the future if I had to give any other conference, solving questions or whatever. once you get in contact with me after this. If you have any questions, you are free to contact me on Gmail. And please be patient on my answer because I'm pretty sure I'm going to be receiving a lot of Gmails. So that's the thing here, that you can watch this in Casa Cultural. You can subscribe and you can check the video anytime you want, or share the video to people you think that this information can be valuable. Well, you are welcome. Thank you for everyone, and thank you so much for your time, and I hope you have a great experience. And if you think this information is valuable for you and you want to help me receive that bonus, you can give them my name. They know me more for Michelle Lopez because my complete name is very big for them. But yeah, so my complete name is, I'll type it, but they know me more with Michelle Lopez. So that's up to you. Thank you so much, and see you next time. Okay, I hope you get in contact, or we stay in contact if you need any help. Okay, well, have a great day. Thank you. Bye.